Hi, so it's near about 2 p.m. Let's do a quick survey and let's look into all the sectors which are working. So let's start with financials. The financials are looking good in the sense ICICI Bank and Axis Bank has been the forerunner, and this is also true for SBI Life. SBI Life, this is in trend and is trying to break the all-time high which it made it today itself. Other than that, ICICI Bank and Axis Bank is looking good. And if we look into Cholafin, also we were able to take a very good trade from 515 to 520. So even positions are getting added in Cholafin, so that's also one of the trades which one can take. SDFC AMC is looking weak, and there is more weakness towards maybe it's going towards 2900 level. LIC Housing Finance is also trying to get a support roundabout at 455 levels. And the worst performing in this sector are Shriram Transport as well as ICICI Lombard. So other than that, if we look into the upper quadrant, we have HDFC over here, Axis, ICICI, Kotak is also trying to give a breakout, but unfortunately there's not much, it's not in trend. So eventually this looks okay for now, but I really doubt whether the market would be able to sustain this after 2 p.m. So right now there's 5-10 minutes left. Apollo Tyre, we took the trade, and this was also MRF which gave a good move in the morning. TVS Motor is one of the companies which I'm very much interested in, and if you look into the chart of TVS Motor, this is something which is I think going for a good move from this levels, so I would be tracking this. And Balakrishna Industry had great profit booking from its all-time high levels. I booked out at 2350 levels, and other than that there is still weakness as we had earlier discussed in Bajaj Auto. 4000 is turning out to be a hard resistance, and its profit booking and P and shorts are getting created. And in the lower segment we have Maruti, which is very near 7400. We created shorts at 7500, and right now it's very near to 7400, and I think maybe going forward we can see more weakness in Maruti. In the cement sector, we can see Grasim gave a good move, and it's getting in trend. We have to see how it closes, and maybe Grasim would be one of them. Good trades. Ramco Cement, as I discussed just 1 hour ago at 11:30, we had the market watch, and I said that Ramco Cement is a good short candidate, and we were able to get some small move in Ramco Cement's short. And so cement sector is not one of the sectors which is working today. And now let's look into FMCG and consumer durables. So it's nothing, all of the candles are red, and Bata India had a very good support from 55 levels, and I am saying Bata India maybe it has been consolidating between 1570 and 1550 for few sessions now, so maybe this is a very good reversal candidate. Bajaj Paint also has some weakness, and it's also not able to cope with selling pressure. So you can see most of the FMCG sectors are in red, and this is also true for companies like Dabur, which are very near its all-time highs. So there's nothing much in FMCG sector, nothing in the long trade which can be taken. TCS, as we discussed at 11:30, you can see it's at a day's low. LTI is trying to get a support at 4000. Wipro is at day's low. Infi is at day's low. Tech Mahindra at day low. As I said in the morning, and Mindtree positions are getting added, and there are some longs. It's trying to get in trend, but since it's a result move, I will not participate in it. And also on the top of that, all of the sector is actually much down. LTTS gave a very good down breakout from 2900, sorry, a breakdown, and it's going towards 2850. So as I said early in the morning in the market watch, from 10:30 or 11:30 a.m. Stay away from IT, and this is exactly turning out to be a very good decision. From steel perspective, we can see that Hindalco had a very good profit booking in the morning. We were able to take this earlier. We were able to book out our profits at 394 395 levels, because that was a strong resistance. And here you can see Tata Steel at day low, Vedanta at day low, sale at day low. So basically there's not much is happening even in the steel sector. Pharma is one of the sectors which is running, and it seems like Sunpharma is trying to hold the 685 breakout or the previous resistance region. So Sunpharma would be one of the companies that I would be tracking in closing, and maybe going forward, if it is able to close above 686, then some move can come. Lupin also had went towards 1170, but profit booking came in, and so Cipla also had profit booking at the top, and so you can actually see that Glenmark had a good fall. Glenmark Aviva short, and so this was a good trade. Torrent Pharma is a typical example of a breakdown, and I think going forward, if it's not able to hold 3008 3000 levels, then more weakness is there, and it's actually getting in trend. So we have to see if it's able to reverse from here. Cadila Healthcare also had a fall, and so did APL Limited. So basically even the pharma sector, though it tried to give a good move. Granules, we were short since yesterday, but I think going forward, I think the trend is getting weaker in granules, and maybe granules would be able to take a support at 365 and then reverse. Dr. Reddy also is trading at days low, and there is not much action which is happening either in, and it's not in trend. So overall, if you look into the top runners over here, sorry, we can see GAIL had a good move in the morning, but the upper wick says the whole story, and GAIL may be a very good candidate for intraday shorts, especially if this level of 147 148 is broken. And this is also true for Bharat Forge. We were able to book out our profits early in the morning in the very first half an hour, and then eventually I entered at 812 and I closed at 816. So we have to see this and track this in the closing. And on the top branch, we have Axis Bank, ICICI Bank, and Sunpharma. Three of them are coming in trend, but given the nature of the way the market works nowadays, is I would expect some upper wicks, and maybe this is going to revert from here, but we have to see how it moves. This is just a speculation. DLF also gave a very good move and run in the morning. We were able to book some really good profits, but unfortunately seems like it's trying to get in trend, and the weakness is sustaining, and so it might go towards 310. Hindalco also, you can see a long upper wick. Balkrishna Industries, a long upper wick. Cholafin is only one of the companies which I think is, if it is able to close above 520, then maybe this can turn out to be a very good BTST candidate. And this is also true for BHEL. BHEL has a very strong resistance at 67, and the next one at 68, and its support at 66.5. It seems like BHEL is trying to get a move, and if it's able to cross 67, then maybe a very quick move towards 68 is in the cards in the very short term. Bajaj Auto is weak, and so is Torrent Pharma. A very good typical failed breakout trade is going to we are going to initiate here. Of course, we are going to get hedged. We are going to be hedged, and we are going to see if it is able to revert from 3000 or 2980 levels, and then we will try to enter the trade, enter for long positions. Else, this looks a really bad structure for now. Bata India is also a reversal candidate, but until and unless 1580 is broken, there is no point in entering this for now. This is totally range bound. Power Grid also had a great fall, and it seems like it is trying to get shorts are getting initiated, and is trying to get in the trend in the downfall move. And so is the same case with Berger Paint over here. As we move towards the bottom, we can see Metropolis has a lot of shorts getting created in Metropolis, and maybe to 2800 is something where this Metropolis can get a support, and it's one of the companies which is actually trading near day low, and is getting in trend. And this is also true for Maruti. Mindtree is something which is result based, so there's not much we can talk about. Granules may be one of the companies which can reverse from 370 regions, and so 368 is right now, so maybe keep a track on this one for reversal. And other than that, you have Coforge and all the other IT companies which are actually in days low, just like LTTS and Coforge. Adani Port also has some positions getting added and is trying to break through 720, but this is something which we have to see of how it closes. No matter what, I don't trade or make positions in any other companies, so it's not a trade for me for BTST. Dabur also seems like it's not able to hold 600 since a few sessions now, and it's going towards 580. So the trend is also trying to get mature over there. If you look into strong trending stocks, NTPC had a very good run in the morning. If it's not able to close about 120, then this is a bad news for NTPC, and it seems like it can have a further profit booking and it can close towards 118. This is also true for a company like ABFRL. This is also getting in trend, strong trend. It's in trend, and it seems like profit booking is actually hurting the company, and it's also true for IRCTC. So IRCTC gave a very good move in the morning, but unfortunately it seems like positions are getting added, and maybe IRCTC is a stock that I would be tracking during closing. Ramco Cement, we already created the shorts, and it's trending and it's getting weaker, so we have to see if it's able to hold the 1100 levels, which is also a psychological level. Coromandel was able to create shorts since yesterday from 900 levels, and it went towards 875. Now it's trying to revert, and let's see if it is able to close above 890. So Coromandel has given a very perfect short trade for us, and this was actually a good trade that we entered. And last but not least, we have Naukri, and you can see Coforge over here, Naukri over here. All the IT companies are trading at very lows, and it seems like Naukri has a more weakness, and maybe it's going towards its 5,000 levels. So definitely Naukri would be one of the companies which would be sell on rise. So hope this version of MarketWatch is going to help you, and best of luck with your trading. Bye bye.